All right, today we're going to tear apart one of those classic fables, one you've probably heard before, the farmer and the stork. It seems super simple on the surface, but it's really built around this one huge question that, we still deal with all the time.
So yeah, this is the whole point of the story. Right here. I mean, think about it for a second. How much do the people you hang out with shape how other people see you? Let's just hold on to that thought as we dive into the story itself.
Okay, so the stage is set. Here's how the story kicks off.
So you've got this farmer, right? And he's just trying to protect his crops, his livelihood. And who's causing all the trouble? Crows. So what does he do? He sets a trap. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but of course, it's not going to stay that way for long.
And this is where things get interesting. The farmer goes to check his trap, and yeah, he's got the crows he was after. But he's also caught something else. A stork, an innocent bystander, completely out of place. And that one little detail, that's what kicks off the entire dilemma of this story.
So now we get to the heart of it, a conversation, a confrontation really, and it all starts with the stork trying to defend itself.
The stork's plea is so simple. Hey, look at me. I am not a crow. Please let me go. It's an argument all about identity. The stork is basically screaming, I'm not like them. My character is different. It's this desperate appeal to be judged for who it is, not who it was found with.
Okay, so the stork makes its case, but the farmer, he's the one with all the power here. How is he going to respond?
And the farmer's response is just so brutal and so simple. He doesn't even get into whether the stork is a good bird or a bad bird. Nope, he just says, look, you are caught with the thieves, so you must stay. For him, the only evidence that matters is who the stork was hanging out with.
And with that single judgment, the story gives us its big, powerful lesson.
Boom. There it is. The key takeaway here is that in this story, perception is reality. The farmer's judgment has nothing to do with the stork's actual character. It's all about who it was seen with.
Okay, so we've got the story down, but how does it work? Why is it so effective? Well, the real magic is in the language. It's so simple, but every single word is chosen perfectly.
First up, let's just look at the building blocks, the characters, and the setting. It's amazing, really. The story builds this entire world with just a handful of keywords.
First, you've got the farmer. He's not just some guy growing crops, right? In this story, he's basically the judge. He's society. He's the one who gets to decide who you are based on his rules. Then there's the stork. And the stork is, well, it's kind of us, isn't it? It's the individual who gets caught up in something maybe unfairly. Its whole argument is, hey, what's on the inside should matter more than who I'm standing next to.
And the crows? They're a narrative shortcut. We're just told they're thieves. That's it. They're the established bad company. And that's the label that's going to get stuck to the stork.
And finally, the field. It's not just a patch of dirt. It's the courtroom, it's the public space where this whole thing plays out, where your reputation gets decided in an instant.
Okay, so those are the players and the stage. Now let's look at the actual words, the actions, that really drive the story forward and lock in that lesson.
Think about the word plead. The stork doesn't just ask to be let go, it pleads. That word tells you everything about how desperate it is, how much it truly believes it's innocent.
And I love the word caught here. It's brilliant, because it has a double meaning. Yeah, the stork is physically caught in a net, but it's also caught in a social trap, right? The trap of being seen with the wrong crowd.
All right, let's zoom in on the moral itself and really deconstruct it. The company you keep. What does that actually mean in this context?
First off, the word company. We're not necessarily talking about your best friends here. It's just about who you're around, who you're seen with. The whole lesson hinges on this really simple, and let's be honest, kind of unfair idea of appearances.
And then judged. That word is a reminder that this whole thing is about how other people see you. It's about their perception, which, as we see in the story, can totally steamroll your own reality.
So really, it all boils down to this simple, brutal equation. You have the stork's company, the crows, the thieves, and that leads directly to the farmer's judgment, guilty. In his world, the stork's individual character, it's totally irrelevant. It gets completely erased. All that matters is the association.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Who is the company you keep? But now, that question feels a little heavier, doesn't it? The story really forces you to look around and think, who are the people in my life that are shaping how the world sees me? It's such a simple little story, but man, that question is as real today as it ever was.